Hey, listen, Teofimo Lopez kind of been, I ain't gonna say he been in hiding, but he been in the background for a second. And the big question that we've been talking about when it came to Teo was, should he get a new trainer? Has his dad,
took him far as he could.
Taking him as far as he could. It was what is there another voice needed? Whatever the case may be, he's now hooked up with Canelo Alvarez's coach, Eddy Reynoso.
Sean, I'm gonna ask you something. Did his dad used to fight? Teo's dad?
I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar.
I
I believe he did.
I just think a lot of these dads, I know they probably had a little bit of boxing. What was the difference between all? I mean, I guess they made it to the top, world champion.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean,
I give you one that surprised me. Here, I'll start with my dad. And I
was going to your dad.
Yeah, like my dad did it when he was a kid, when he was like 10 or 11, something like that. Mm-hmm. Then he got back into it, and then he got back into it when in his early 20s. Mm-hmm. But me and my brother was already born, and so he was like fighting and coaching at the same time, other people. And then as we got a little bit older, he just started training us. My dad, our whole life, so he went everywhere with us. Every big tournament you could go to, my dad was there. My dad even made it to some of the world tournaments that I was at. You know what I mean? So my dad was steadily learning, turning his wheels, seeing these different styles and all that kind of stuff. And that's one way to learn. A lot of dads learn, like you call it, off YouTube or off of being a fan of the sport and think that they know all these.
You can never know
boxing.
You can never know the intricacies of what, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we got you.
If you ain't never did it.
That's how I feel.
So as I play wide receiver for real. I know how to do that. I know how to return kicks and all that.
Game?
Probably, my best game probably was like 240.
That's a good night.
Right?
That's a good night.
But my son, he's 6'4".
Yeah.
He played D-line.
Yeah.
I ain't never played no D-line.
Yeah.
I know about football,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to be like, well, I know I can watch YouTube and do. No, hell no. I'm going to go get you the best D-line coach who really did this shit and let him teach you. Sometimes you can't always, sometimes people get so controlling over the situation that they got to let go, man. You got to let your kids go, bro. Yeah. Like people talking about Deion Sanders should go to the NFL with his son. Homie, you didn't coach him through Pop Warner, college, another college. Let him go be a man now, bro. And then you sit back and reap off what you taught him. You know what I mean? Whether you taught him good or bad, just see the outcome, my nigga.
The one that surprised me, though.
One thing you guys probably all know, you could say, "Hey, go out there, stretch. You won't get cramp. You won't cramp up. You won't pull nothing."
Right.
Scroncho tell your kid the same thing. He gonna listen.
Yeah.
Because it falls on deaf ears. So sometimes you need
absolutely
fresh.
You gotta have that.
Yep.
You know what kids need? A father, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You let them train them, and then you come talk to your father. Yeah. Man, you did a hell of a job. You know what? You was out there bullshitting. Man, you disappoint me right now. Man, go back out there and try harder. Man, I'm proud of you. Yeah. Kids need the combination of that for balance.
I think the problem with Teo is not his boxing talent, it's his mouth. See, when he make those racial slurs, he's not even prejudiced.
He's just talking.
Yeah, he just be talking. But see, he'll make racial slurs for clout because that's the way the world is. You know what I mean? Right. But I met Teo, nicest cat in the world.
Cool,
super cool, super humble. So I think he should make racial slurs for clout because it diminishes his brand in other markets, you know what I'm saying? And he should keep that out of his arsenal because we all know that he's not a racially, he's not he like that.
Yeah. I never even took it personal. I laugh.
Yeah, I mean, because, and we more sensitive about racism because they don't know racism for us started our own immediate family, the light skin thing,
waffle colored.
Yeah, matter of fact, the only way
got waffle colored kids.
Because the only way you can tell that a dark skinned baby gonna be light skinned is how
ears
behind the ear. Yeah. So guess what? I look like Drake for 3 days.
I ain't need to know that though.
What did he say?
He said I look like Drake for 3 days. Nigga, you lying. came out.
But,
man.
at the end of the day, I think Eddy Reynoso is a great trainer, and I think it helps.
I do.
Yeah.
I think them
that's
two
gonna help
styles
you.
together in the corner, we might see a T.O. we never seen before.
Listen, I want to say
Teo.
this
Is it
like
Teo?
Teo. Yep, Teofimo. This is what I want to say for dads out there that I don't want to discourage any dad. I want to tell dad like there's really no way to go about doing this.
Bro, there's no handbook.
However, there's one thing that you should know. There's this gift. It's called teaching. You have to have a gift to teach.
Absolutely.
If you don't have a gift to teach, then you don't have a gift to coach.
Yeah.
A part of that gift of teaching, gift of motivating. Okay, so that teaching comes in different forms.
Yeah.
Okay, you could have a gift of teaching because you're extremely intelligent and you know how to give information.
Right.
You could have a gift to teach because you just are very inspirational and have this energy to really inspire somebody to do what need to be done. But at the end of the day, a lot of dads don't know that they actually have to be called to do it.
Yes.
And just because you like this or love this and you have a son and all of a sudden you're called to do it, you're not. And I think that's why a lot of dads, and another reason why a lot of father-sons.
Or a lot of dads just have preconditioned notions of what their child should be. And, you know, as much as it might not be the child's dream, it's the father's dream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they want to be involved.
Yeah.
Or they may be perfectionists.
Yeah.
Who know better than what they feel the coaches know. You know what I mean? And like, fuck, I'm finna just go ahead and do this because y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Yeah.
But it's a time and era where people get feelings and facts mixed up all the time. You know what I mean? Because what makes up feelings and facts is ego, narcissist. You can't separate the two, especially when you know. So that's somebody you gotta have. Somebody gotta be able to read somebody. You know what I mean? So it's a tricky situation.
I think this one is interesting. I think this one's gonna work out. Again, I think more than anything, you probably just need the voice. I think that there's probably is a separation in the experience that Reynoso can give opposed to the experience that Senior
And he's
can
gonna
give.
react different, man. I don't know what it is. Homie, when your dad say it, you just don't feel like doing it. But when somebody else say it, you do it. And then you want to look at your dad for the confirmation, like, did I do it? Man, I've been told your ass.
That's what I was saying.
That's just how that go, bro.
That's a parent's
It's
art.
frustrating.
Yeah.
As you get older, you learn your kids, they love to eat off your resources, but then don't want to listen to your views. So they challenge your views. Boy,
Like you
know
haven't been there before.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Or like you gonna tell them something wrong.
I'm on your side.
Yes.
This is. I feel like I've
sound
cracked
like
that code.
frustrated dads.
I'm about to pull y'all back because I feel like I've cracked the code. And I got 6-year-old at the house, and I got 4-year at the house. So I know I ain't even got started.
Yes.
But I mean, at least I've gotten started, but I ain't really even gotten to the thick of it. But I truly believe that your children, you have to have more than one voice with them.
You do, bro.
If you have the same voice all the time, it becomes bland. That's why it falls to deaf ears. It goes in one ear, it goes right out the other because you're not touching them the way that they need to be touched. With my boys, I talk to them all day, and it's like I'm like up a hill, coming down, up a hill, coming down. I give them so many different voices and so many different ways to respond that it don't get old to them. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times the voice gets old, and it's like, man, come on. It's like you telling them what's right, but you giving them that same tone, that same rhythm.
you're still early though. Wait till you gotta really start. Yeah, wait till you get about 11 or 12. Then they're gonna be manipulated through, you know, pure pressure and the internet and social media.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna start not turning on you, but they're gonna start challenging you because now they're gonna fact check what you say. You know, back in the days, my dad say something. He was the internet.
Yeah.
He was word. He was king. You tell your son something, he's gonna come to me and be like, nah, Dad, that's so wrong. He's like, stay away from North Side. You know they got it. He's like, no, Dad, they didn't. That haven't happened since 03.
Y'all been around, so we just starting the kids' game, being dads.
Yeah.
So if y'all tell them don't go over there, do they want to go more?
Well, look,
It
let me, let me
depends.
give you the game that I use, bro. I always say why. This is why I'm coming at you like this.
Yeah.
I don't just do what I say because I said it. No, this is why I'm telling you this ain't gonna be effective. This isn't gonna give you the right outcome. Now you got free will to make your own choice, but you do know why you need to do your homework. Because you're gonna walk around 4 years from now and you ain't gonna have the grades to go to the next level if you don't put this work in right now. This is why you gotta keep your room clean. Because when you get out here in this real world, you might live with people and you don't want to be a filthy motherfucker because they might kick your ass out. This is why you need to clean up. You know what I mean? So I dropped
everything got a lesson.
I'm gonna tell the story real quick and then we're gonna move on. I'm headed to breakfast with my 6-year-old, just me and him, and he wanted some gum. I said, no, Diggy. He said, I said, Diggy, I said, you only gonna be chewing it for 5 seconds and you're gonna have to spit it out. Yeah. He said, no. I said, Diggy, I said, remember the other day we pulled up at school and you had to take it out your mouth because you can't have it in school. Right. I said, Diggy is gonna do the same thing again. He sat there, he said, good point. You know what I mean? You gotta, if you explain it, they find a way to be understanding to it. You know what I mean?
That's
so,
real tough.
I think that, again, I think that this is something good and, get busy, goddammit. Get busy.
Yeah, top of the year.
Shit, come on.
Because time is going by, bro. Y'all got to get in there and get it in, man.
Get busy.